This is Furukawa, president of Nintendo. We will make an announcement about the successor to Nintendo Switch within this fiscal year. It will have been over 9 years since we announced the existence of Nintendo Switch back in March 2015. We will be holding a Nintendo Direct this June regarding the Nintendo Switch software lineup for the latter half of 2024, but please be aware that there will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during that presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Switch 2 just got announced. Let's talk about it. In the most Nintendo way possible, by the way, they just sent out a tweet like this early in the morning. I think it's like daytime in Japan now. Just like randomly. I mean, to be fair, there's nothing new here realistically about the Switch 2. That's what we're going to be calling it for now, unless they want to call it something stupid like the Switch U. And after the Switch 2 trends on Twitter like every week because of some new leak, because some people were allowed to like put their hands in a box to touch the thing but can't see it, like some contrived stupid leak in that regard, we are finally going to get an announcement. This is essentially what this is, an announcement of an announcement for the next Nintendo console. The big question will be, is Nintendo capable of putting out two banger consoles back to back? Because they failed to do this in the past. For the most part. It's at least been a while. And with how successful the Switch has been, will they manage to strike lightning in a bottle twice? I will say the first thing that I thought of after reading this announcement is that, man, this June Direct is about to be cheeks. Dude, there's gonna be like nothing announced at this thing. Because the rumor, right, is that they held back the Switch 2 already to try and get it a better launch lineup. There's no shot they're going to have anything big or monolithic for the Switch just for the end of this year. I just feel like any big title that would generate hype or be the reason people would be wanting a Direct, all those games would just get pushed back for the Switch 2 just to make that launch lineup even better. So I imagine it'd be a lot of like maybe smaller projects for the Nintendo Switch just to tide some people over who only have a Switch until they eventually announce the Switch 2, and whatever lineup that will have. We have still not seen anything in regard to that one Metroid title, which I imagine at this point is just a Switch 2 title if it still exists. But like, I'm not going to expect any big title like a new 3D Mario game for the Switch. Any title like that has some class about it, that is that big and monolithic in scale, would be for Switch 2 in my opinion. Maybe they have something that will just have a port or a version on the Switch 2 when it comes out, kind of like what Breath of the Wild was, where there was a version for the Wii U, but also for the Switch. Maybe they do something like that, but it's like a time delay, but so we get the Switch version first, and we get the Switch 2 version whenever that comes out. Nintendo overall behavior in regards to the Switch 2 has just been kind of, why haven't we talked about it yet? If they want to follow what they did with the Switch, then it'll be about a 6-month gap between the announcement of the product and the release of it. Unless my memory is just giga bad, in which case maybe. But yeah, I've talked about before and I still hold to the idea that I think the play for the Switch 2 is to simply be the Switch, but with more power to it. The Switch is a working, proven formula. There's no reason to alter it because I think it is the future of console gaming. The hybrid model works. Having a console that can fulfill the mobile experience or the portable experience while also fulfilling the docked at-home experience is something that is proven successful. All the rumors for Xbox is that they have something in the works for their next generation that is at least comparable to the Switch, whether it be a companion device or something that's portable. We saw PlayStation put out the PlayStation Portal, which just kind of feels like the Nintendo Switch from Wish, but I think all the Switch 2 needs to do is do what the Switch already did. Have great games, be a cheaper option compared to its peers, and be that hybrid model. You hit that holy trinity, and you have mass market appeal, you have sustainability, because you have a lot of great games and IP, give it some more power, you don't need a ton, you just need some, so that third-party titles don't look, horrific on it, even with first-party titles in some cases. Because the fact of the matter is that most people don't play a Nintendo console in the modern day for a power gaming experience. They're not playing it for high frame rates, they're not playing it for high graphical fidelity. They are playing it because it's cheap, multi-use, and easy, and has a bunch of great games and family games. It's a really simple but successful formula, and I don't think there's any reason for Nintendo to stray from that. I am largely a PC gamer. Given the option, I will play any game I can on PC. The reason I like playing Nintendo is because they have some titles that I really like Zelda and especially Xenoblade, and the occasional Mario game. Get better online, have an Ethernet port in the base version of the console from launch, which I still don't understand how the Switch ever launched without one. I don't want to hear how about there's a dongle or whatever. Have an Ethernet port from launch on the base model, just have better online servers and services, and where I think Nintendo can really shine is by having upgraded versions of Switch games be backwards compatible on the Switch 2 with some gains. Simply being able to play Breath of the Wild, Xenoblade, and Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 2 at 60 FPS, I would replay all of those games just for that. That matters to me. If you bring additional graphical enhancements alongside that, that's gravy. But if the Switch 2 enables the games that I already have for the Switch to be played even better on the Switch 2, that could be a massive draw for a lot of people who already have a substantial Nintendo Switch library. There's a lot of easy W's that Nintendo can really harvest here with the Switch 2, but it's Nintendo. We have to remind ourselves of that because every now and then they are likely to make a decision that is utterly baffling and makes no sense. It's Nintendo. Sometimes they'll just do something for the vibes, I guess. I'll be really interested to see if they want to continue the online service style that the Switch has in regards to the expansion pass and basically the emulation of previous games on the Switch. If they want to continue with that model or just bring it over to the Switch 2 or expand on it or change it up in some way, we have to wait and see. I think the smart play is for the Switch 2 to just be an upgraded model of the Switch though. I don't think they need to make changes or drastic changes just for the sake of changes. The Switch is a working formula. The rest of the industry is trying to iterate on that idea. There's no reason for Nintendo to deviate from that idea, in my opinion. My ideal launch lineup would be something Xenoblade related, ideally Xenoblade X Definitive Edition. I would like to see a Mario 3D title within the launch year of the Switch 2. I would like to see backwards compatibility with the entire Switch lineup, and I would like to see certain titles at minimum receive enhancements, or whether they be graphical or performance-wise, for the Switch 2, namely Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Xenoblade. I would like to see something in regards to the Metroid title that has been announced since like the beginning of the Switch, and we've just never seen it before. I would love to see another Metroid Dread game. I loved Metroid Dread. I'd love to see another game in that style, the 2D Metroid series. I'd like to see maybe a new Mario Kart, something along those lines. Or at least bring better online and then some version of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Party Superstars, and Smash Bros. Ultimate, simply with better online. That'd be great. Hell, I would love to go back and replay Astral Chain, just at an FPS worth a damn. I imagine we'll have that one Pokemon title as well. This is the successor to Legends Arceus. That could be really cool. There's a world here where our first year window for the Switch 2 is far stronger than the first year of the Switch, because remember, that first year of the Switch was really struggle hours. There was like not much there. We had Breath of the Wild, which was already on the Wii U, or was also on the Wii U. We had Mario Odyssey and Xenoblade 2. And I think we had like one other title. Oh, I'd love to see another Fire Emblem title as well at some point. There's a lot they can do with the Switch 2. I don't think the play here is to innovate, I think it's to iterate. Just make a Switch with way more power behind it. Hell, I would love a version where you have the cheaper model, and then you have a model of the Switch 2 that is more expensive but more powerful. That way you appeal to both audiences. Kind of like what Xbox does. I would personally like to see that. I doubt they're going to do that though. But we'll see. Who knows? So yeah, to say I'm not looking forward to the June Direct would be a gross understatement. I have absolutely no expectations for that. I kind of expect them just to start the stream up, and for them to read slam poetry for 30 minutes and call it a day. But hey, who knows? Maybe they got something cooking. We'll have to wait and see. But with that, I'll call the video there for the day. Thank you all for tuning in. My pleasure for making the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and helps support future content, and I greatly appreciate it. And leave a comment down below with your thoughts, your expectations for this June Direct, where there will not be a mention of the Switch successor, and what do you want to see out of the Switch 2. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye everybody, until we meet again.